1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome back. This is another beautiful day here at Lab20 Podcast. We are having conversations that matter. And today in the building, you're with me, your host, Wishes Goman Gozo. But you already know I go by the name Gozo, but I'm not alone as usual. So, we have voices that are familiar, people that have had experiences in Mangwazwazina and by face. But the one we have today, we know him by face and by name. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Paul Kachala. Have we added minister or worshiper or
Paul.
Paul? Kabena, my favorite. Welcome, Zanda. Zanda. Yeah.
What did you do?
Hey, good Zanda, because to me, I'm still offended you didn't use Zanda. Gonali Zanda somewhere.
Zanda do Nigeria.
Kodi?
Nigeria.
I think there is something I've always learned.
Yes.
Everyone else has where they're coming from and where they're going. And at the same time, you don't appreciate Christianity today until we appreciate what Jesus did 1,000 years ago.
That's right.
Yeah. So, I think I'm going to start there.
Mhm.
Who is Paul?
Right.
And not the Paul that we know, but who is Paul?
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wishes.
Oh, welcome.
Paul is a son. At first, Paul is a son. He is a brother to one sister.
Yeah.
And he is a friend to many, but he's a husband as well.
Husband.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm a son to two amazing pastors,
Okay.
Reverend Ruben Kachala
Mhm.
and Reverend Elizabeth Kachala.
Yeah.
They are pastors. What did Nagulita nyumba mwabusa nditu?
Pastor's kid.
Pastor's kid.
Yeah.
Pastor's kid. My PK.
My PKs.
Yeah, and then my pastor's kids are John Sanduga, my missionary kids, because now my parents became
Mission.
missionaries. Should be in the year 2008
Yeah.
or 9 thereabout. Kenago basi tu kulira mbanja unena kulinda zibusa music isungai itawe kweni
Yeah.
uchechi mungai
Mungai
beza
beza.
and then obviously music also was in the family, so I couldn't run away from it.
Who was singing in the family?
Well, my father got it from his father, Shadrach Kachala.
Yeah.
He was a choir director. He did some music theory back in the day.
Yeah.
And so basi tu amapuzisa nao utaimba ni wolo tena naima mveka George.
Yeah.
Basi he passed it on to his kids, and obviously we got it from my father. My father would do do re mi fa sol la
ti do. Yeah. And you didn't even know the significance of that. Yeah.
Matebi aja ma VHS.
Yes.
Yeah, marenga nduwaika pasi but kusiri
Yeah.
numarozo di do akala uyu red mi akala.
Wow. That was beautiful.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My uncle Moses Kachala, he played the guitar.
Yeah.
And that's where I first, kind of caught on to the acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
And after that, Basitu, just catching on to it, I have an uncle. His name is Abel Kachala. He was doing some music back in the day.
Yeah.
Some albums. Yes. And so, Basi, just growing up in that environment, you catch on to
Yeah.
it. I think it was the year 2008. So thing about me is, in our family, like I see, being the two of us, my sister and I,
Yeah.
my sister was the one that caught on to music at first. And they said,
Really?
yes, they said,
This one has a future music. Yeah.
Yeah. Kuti aimbe mwana sizumveka ngati amaimba.
Yeah.
2008, I remember vividly, I was in church at a midweek service. Somebody stood up and he sang a song. Palibe, amen, agafanane nanu. I listened to that voice. That man's name was Clever.
Yeah.
Clever Kanga, I think.
Yeah.
He sang that song, and for the rest of that week, I sang it. The next week, I sang it, and my mom said, Kanga ni mwana ya maimba tu." And that was the beginning of it.
Wow.
That was the beginning of it. But see, the good thing about my parents is that they were very, very supportive. I don't have a story.
Timagangana.
Kunena kuti inu music ikusokonezani chani.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see on this menezo. No. My parents made sure that I meet the right people. When I was 4 years old, I loved listening to Peter Sambo.
Yes.
My dad made sure that Peter Sambo visits my house.
Really?
Yes, we were living on campus, Malawi Assemblies of God School of Music.
Yes.
We were living on campus, and he came to chef a conference and
Yes,
do a show. And my dad
was like, my son was. Wow.
Splash on. Please come home and just say hi. And I remember he showed up. You know what I mean? And that was like, So, basi atikulile kwa keyboard icho moving on, and this is how we.
This is you. All right. It's really interesting. Could you? I love when ministers are flexible, because I believe it's the father's duty to pass on something to the kid, but at the same time to have parents that can look at you and say, you know what, you can be this one in your own skin.
That's right.
That's really beautiful. I want to know, as I said, I know you as Xander.
Yeah.
So we didn't know Paul until you came, until Xander.
Right.
How did Xander come into being? And really, since you're having a journey, you're having supportive parents, how did you get there? How were they a backbone throughout this?
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, should be the year 2014. We had come back from living abroad.
Yeah.
We came back to Malawi 2014, and immediately Nana did the church. I got invited to join the worship team there, and that's how I started practicing my music in Malawi from 2014. And 2015, I was very good friends with Sam Jurankanavir, who then in 2015 won the Airtel Trace Music Star competition. He won, and we were from the same church. We got so excited. Competition came back in 2016.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what, I think I'll apply.
I'm gonna try.
I think I've got what it takes,
Yeah.
you know. And I applied, I auditioned, and I made it to the top 10.
Yeah.
And everyone got so excited. They said, I'm with Church Jatu G Plus.
G Plus. Yeah.
It's a winner. Star.
Now,
It was also a winner, 2016.
yeah.
You know, so I traveled to Blanta for that competition. I never made it to the top 3.
Yeah.
I remember backstage after being told, "Goody, you not gonna make it to the top 3." Somebody came to me and he said, "Paul, don't worry about it. This same year, something is gonna come your way."
Wow.
I said, "Oh, okay." I got back home gloomy, very sad.
Yeah. Your friend made it. You brought a trophy home.
Yeah.
So it's no longer wouldn't enjoy your way, right? It's a collective thing.
Because for a long time, I believed that I had what it takes. I could sing. And I thought that I was actually going to make it, and I didn't. And that was a reality check to say, hey,
okay.
Same year, actually, something happened.
Yeah.
A friend, Faith Musa, says, I'm winning. I'm going to audition. And I got Funa to 6. I got him a band. And that band is going to be, doing various things. Drama, music, radio shows, and just doing promoting for young people in Malawi. And I said, okay, I'll do it. So I talked to my parents first.
Yeah.
This was my first time ever getting a negative response from my dad about music.
Yeah.
Why? Because school, see my going with me. When I do music,
Music.
yeah. So now it was causing them to be scared.
Good. Okay, you're not having a balance.
Yes, so balance abo boy. In there we want you to do music. It's not like we don't want you to do music. Komano so balance abo on the gate. So then I tried to convince my dad. I said, no, I'll focus.
Focus.
I'll do my best. This is a once in a
Lifetime opportunity.
for me. I didn't make it go air or trace. This is my opportunity to redeem myself.
Yes.
Come on. And my dad says, no, I think Muso gonna get into school.
Yeah.
So here's what we're gonna do. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it.
Wow. So you tell dad you're gonna focus.
Yes, I told dad, good, I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna make it.
Yes.
And I actually believe this is my opportunity. I'm going to make it.
Yeah.
And dad says, no, I'm worried that you're not gonna focus in school. This is gonna take away from your time.
Yeah.
And I said, if you could please allow me. So my mom saw something in my eyes. She saw what in front of me, kind of really serious. And there's something that is pulling him towards it.
Towards that.
So she vouched for me. She spoke to my dad and says,
Yeah.
I'm
I'm gonna be responsible for this one.
So basi, my dad allowed that.
Yeah.
And then mom took me to the auditions. I think my sister came along. And I auditioned and I got a phone call about a week later. You made it. You made it.
Yeah.
And you're going to be the face of this new band, Zathu band. Selected about 6 of you guys. Praise Umali, Iweyo, Esther Jega, Teresa, Nyokase, and Joe Kells.
Yeah.
Joe Pangani.
Yeah.
And then this is going to be the band. And I said,
What?
and this is how much money we're going to be paying you
I was
per
good.
month.
I heard it was good.
Yo! And then I said, hold on a second. I'm just 16 years old, and this is how much money I'll be making a month? Just doing what I love? Music? Are you serious? And then I get to travel the world. And then I get to just be on big stages and what?
You're the face nationwide.
I'm winning. I ran home. I told my dad and he hugged me. I'm winning. Dad hugs me. Everybody's so excited. And then, Basi, that's just how
It took off.
it took off. Billboards everywhere with our faces. I'm winning.
Yeah.
I'm in the family. I get in the rural area.
Yeah, because that was everywhere.
Because they had the funds to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I still say, hey, if record labels or artists took on
The
strategy, Zathu, Minamabangira, the Girl Effect organization,
Yeah.
come on, people would be really, really far, you know,
Yeah.
because they used the strategy as serious. I mean, we were everywhere. So Basi, it took some time.
Yeah.
5 years later, if not 4 years, Basi started my solo career.
Your solo career.
Yes, sir.
Before we go to your solo career,
Yes, sir.
what was it that you took from Zathu? As you're saying, Kuti, it's one of those things that was organized and all of us could see it.
Yes, sir.
From organization, I heard there was disciplines within that where you can perform what you can do and what was it that was a key takeout that you still use it till today?
So I remember as a 16-year-old, I had a plan
Yes.
to say, you know what, I'm going to take something away from this thing because I know it's not going to be there forever. There needs to be something solid that I come out with. And my plan was to learn what it's like to be on the big stage because I know that my purpose is going to get me there. I know that my purpose in life, my purpose in Christ is going to take me to places like those.
Yeah.
I need to learn what it's like to be on stages. One, I need to learn what it's like to serve in a group, to be able to learn what it's like to be led by a leadership, right?
Yeah.
There'll be a team that will be running you guys. I need to learn what it's like to follow, to learn what it's like to lead a group.
Yeah.
Because I know one day I'll have to lead my own. And those are the things that I took from Zathu because I was able to learn, it's not every idea that I have that will make it.
Yeah.
There'll be my opinion
then,
in my group that I have to consider. I'm not the star of the show.
Yeah.
There are others in the
Yeah.
group that make this full thing.
Yeah.
So those little things I was able to learn. I learned a lot about songwriting.
Yeah.
I learned a lot about teamwork.
Yeah.
You know, I learned a lot about what it's like to organize events, to organize yourself as an artist, to network when
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get to certain places.
Yeah.
That's one big thing that Zathu always taught us.
Yeah.
Timati tikaenda kupita ku Amsterdam, ku UK. Our manager would always say, okay, mugaimba, make sure you dive into the audience.
Yeah.
And you start meeting different people. Introduce yourself, what you do.
Yeah.
Ask them what they do, because that is your next gig.
Really?
Yes, sir. That is your next gig. So when we introduce ourselves, we're going to connect with people,
Yeah.
network with some people. We'll
Yeah.
connect with them over time. Who's in the invite?
Yeah.
Abu Dhabi. You know
Wow.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So I learned a lot about that. So every time I minister in different places today, I make sure that when I get off stage, I start connecting with people. Even though I'm a bit of a introvert.
Introverted.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
a bit of an ambivert.
Yeah. You know how to navigate social settings, but at the same
Because of
time.
my line of work, I'm supposed to be out there, but I'll be connecting with
Yeah.
people. But I have to do it. That's one thing I learned from Zathu.
Yeah.
So I make sure that I connect with people. That's my next gig. That's my next opportunity to minister somewhere else.
Wow.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, I learned a lot, man.
That is depth. I think. Wow. I think I never thought of it like that. Could the people we interact are our next gigs. Yeah. That's beautiful.
That's great.
Okay. Before now we come to you now as a solo artist. You were in a creative environment.
Right.
That means where you're coming from, you were a champ or you had could maybe a bell star. How did you navigate to be around other people that are more talented that you can I think I am better than Paul, but for you to be able to know wishes is like this, Paul is like this, praise is like this, joy is like this, and to appreciate your differences and to family favorite wanga and raise
Yeah.
I know wanga. How did you navigate those? Because there's always that.
Wow, that's a brilliant question.
You're my next gig. You're my next gig.
There we go. I love that. So listen, man. Again, you remember I told you there was a time where I felt like I was the stuff. I was,
Yes.
you know, I had the voice. I had what it takes. Zathu was an amazing opportunity to take that off of me, because all of these talented people were in one group.
Yes.
And all of them had to shine at the same time. Zathu was not
a one-man show.
hey, I'm gonna go to band ya Dream Girls and then there'll be a star in the No. Sinari ngati Bob Marley and the Wailers.
And the way
No.
and the Joshua band.
No. Everyone was talented. Everyone had special skills.
Yeah.
You know, that made them stand out on their own. And it was an opportunity for me to practice humility, to say, okay,
Yeah.
there are others that are talented as well.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot more talented than I am.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing for me to sit in my place and to say, okay, dude, practice your humility. You're not the only one out there. You know, so it was a great opportunity for me to really calm down and say, I'm winning.
Okay.
You're not the only one.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I think in the creative space, everyone else is a star in whatever they're doing, and because Imakori, there's so much personal development.
That's right.
So for you to be very humble to say, I think I can appreciate Paul's uniqueness without being competitive.
That's right.
Yeah, I think that helped. And at the end of it, you guys came out good, because I think all of you, I've seen you have class understanding.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Like, I will not lie. I would look at Esther's work. I'm like, okay. I would look praise. I was
Professional
cool.
stuff, man.
I'm like, you guys, come on, who cooked you? But
man.
I think I love that. Now, when you went solo now, and you're done with that too, it has given you a platform. I've realized, it's not what people give you that make you. It's what you make with what they give.
That's right.
Now, you have stepped off. You had an opportunity. You can come back as a gospel artist, a contemporary artist,
R&B artist.
R&B
reggae
artist. What was that choice? Because I believe there was that point of choice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did that go like for you?
I learned early my life, I think at 15, that my music was to be used for God's glory, and that I had a purpose in that. That I was supposed to use my music to serve God and God alone. I learned that at a very, very young age.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this, after coming from Zathu, it wasn't a tough decision to make to say, Ash, I can because literally I could have been
You
an
could have-
R&B artist.
It could have
Easy.
been anybody.
Easy. I could have been Afro pop or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Very easy, but I had to remind myself and say, hey, remember, you weren't supposed to be that. You already had a purpose. You already had a place in God's purpose.
Yeah.
And just don't let go of that for the numbers. Don't let go of that for the money.
Yeah.
Come out of Zathu and take what you wanted to take. Learn what you wanted to learn.
Yeah.
And run with God's purpose.
Beautiful.
So that's when 2021 I was ready, and I think 21st of April I released my first single, Moinera.
Yes, Moinera.
Yes.
And it took over.
It took off. Oh, it just took
Yeah.
off. Thing about that song is I had written it, I think, 2 years before releasing it.
Really?
Yes, and I was singing it in churches. And when I sang it, it just literally took off.
Yeah.
Mapeseka zoti nyimbo ichi kumayimbidwa kukalonga koma kukalonga kusinnafikeko.
Yes.
Kuimbidwa kwakuti sinnafikeko kuzomba akuimba. And I'm getting phone calls. Amene, nyimbo yanu imbidwa tu kulanda nyimbo yanu tajambula ni changu changu.
Yes. Yes.
And that's when 2 years later I said, you know what? In fact, I'll tell you this, there were versions and versions of that song.
Yes.
I was just very paranoid.
Which version should come
Yes,
out?
I don't know if this is going to be the right one.
Yeah.
I don't know if this sounds good until one of my good friends, Shadrach Kalugusha, said, I'm winning.
Yes.
Everyone has a beginning.
Yes.
Tango rules and nyimbo. And
Yes.
he took it upon himself. He mixed the song for me for free.
Really?
And he says, I'm going to rules. Tina rules and nyimbo 2021 April, and nyimbo janapita paliposi. Nyimbo janaisanduza. Anaibanga translate into Bemba in Zambia.
Really?
They were singing it. Pagabano, they sing that song in I don't know how many churches in Zambia. That song is everywhere. That song Awimba in Swahili in Tanzania. That song got me my first solo gig in Kenya. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, the beautiful thing that you've done is you have actually defined an era, because with each era and dispensation comes people that are attached to that dispensation. So for you to have a voice that people can translate and can relate to God with that, come on.
Yeah, bro. No, it's all about the grace of God. Honestly, I never knew that was going to happen with the song.
Yeah.
Because nyimbo ija mandipata opportunity ambi mbili kukaimba in different spaces.
Yeah.
Nimavida kuma muntu ndinatusa nyimbo imodzi yoka. I don't have like an album out. I don't have like an EP or other songs out. It's just one song.
One song.
Yes. So I took that opportunity to sing other songs that I had in different places. I would get questions. Where can we get your other songs?
Yes.
Like songs.
Yeah.
In these churches. What should we do? The demand was high. But see, I just started kumanguluma mano basamwe. Jambula kanyimbo hapo tu. So jambula. I see too. And that's how we took off, man.
All right. Another beautiful thing in the Christian context is there were a time people wanted to clown Jesus king. Yeah. Now that's where I'm coming from. Yes. Good people, we clown each other kings in either monetary form, or they put you on a pedestal that maybe you are growing still there. Right. How have you balanced growth, the monetary side and the fame side? Because this is a side that I think a lot of us fail to balance.
That's right. Hey, so that's serious, baby. I'll tell you this. Our line of work as worship ministers, gospel musicians, it's to shed light on one being, and that's God, and that's Jesus. Yeah. Our songs are meant to glorify one person, Jesus. Yeah. Glorify one being, God. we have it wrong every time
Yeah.
when we tend to shed light on ourselves as the celebrities,
Yeah.
as the stars behind the music. Yes, God has used us, right, as the vessels. He's given us the music, and we are kind of the amplifiers. But at the core, we are to shed light to Him. We are pointing to Him in our songs.
Yeah.
And whenever you hear nyimbo yonena kuti ikupanga shed light on iyeyo mwini wake nyimboyo and making them look like the star, just ask yourself a few questions. Because why are you doing gospel music in the first place? Because you can sing about anything else, right?
Yeah. And you become the star.
Yeah, and you become the star. You know, I like to say this about hip-hop music. I'm not going against anybody.
Yeah.
But, you know, hip-hop music, it's a lot of, hey, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm
Yeah.
that, I can do this, I'm on top of the world.
Yeah.
Right? You're welcome to do that kind of music, but you can't bring that into the gospel music.
Yeah.
You know, for a fact, you can actually, you can brag about your position in Christ.
In Christ.
But like you're supposed to shed a light on Christ Himself, and so that's the principle in gospel music, in worship music.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, then I'm sorry, you're not doing gospel music. You're not doing worship music. Your music is not worship at all.
Yeah.
And so there's a high battle where you're fighting fame, because that's what it does, right? It's a platform, it's inevitable. You're gonna be famous, right? If you're doing what you're doing excellently.
Yeah.
You're gonna be famous. People are gonna know you. You're gonna be famous. But make sure when you get that platform, you are pointing people to Christ and not to yourself.
Beautiful.
You are pointing people to Christ, not to yourself. The fame will be there.
Yeah.
The money will be there. Make sure that money is funding God's work. Make sure that money is sustaining you and your family to continue doing God's work. But when you get to that place, make sure
you're pointing to Christ. Beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Now, Mwainela came out. We cannot go anywhere without talking about the experience that has come out of it.
Yes, sir.
How did you now come up with a revelation of the Mwainela experience?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Well, I'll tell you this. Mwainela worship experience. First one we had was in 2023.
Yeah.
I realized well the muntu nekanga nyimbo zanga zambiri ndizofunika kuzijambula live with a live audience, with a live experience.
Yes.
You know, but nyimbo zina zange sungamange fake
malilime. Yes.
Amweni
Tikema bagging.
So malilime atandinawa kuisa tibange.
Yes.
You can't really do that.
Yeah.
Some of these things have to be raw and just out there. Capture the moment itself. And I said, you know what? I think I want to start doing live recordings. Wow. Yes, live experiences, live worship experiences, live recordings, and to be able to capture those moments and compile an album. So that's how we did our first Mwainela worship experience. It was a lovely success, and we said this is going to be an annual event.
How do you prepare for such an experience? Because as you said, you don't want it to be as much as you guys are training. What can you talk to me about it? Because I believe, as you have said, all of it is pointing to Christ. How do you prepare that? At the same time you're delivering what God has sent you, but at the same time it's not robotic.
Yeah, that's right. No, you know, when God gives you something to share to His people, it's only Him who can give you the wisdom to sustain it, the wisdom on how you can execute that assignment. So we made it a thing to say, before we do every Mwainela worship experience, we have time to pray. We have time to read the Word. We have time to seek for His guidance, the Holy Spirit to direct us on how to do it. And then we start partnering with different people. We partner with different organizations on how we can execute this big vision that we have. That's why we start talking to different people who can come in with lighting, who can come in with the stage, come in with the PA system and the back line and everything. Then we start talking to different people who can help us with the music itself. Basically, just partnering with one another and making sure that we have a really good product. The thing that happens in Malawi is for something excellent to come out, you must partner. You cannot run away from collaboration.
Yes.
You must make sure, because not everyone has everything.
Mhm.
You know, wakudwa it's a talent yage muichi.
Yeah.
Wakudwa it's a skill yage muichi.
Muichi.
Wakudwa it's a my screen yage.
Abe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love 20.
Stage. Tini ma stage, ma screen.
And na kuti tikubulitani ma golf shade.
Yeah.
And na kuti tikubangana chakuti make sure kuti chinthu by the end of the day it comes out with excellence. That's one thing we should learn as Malawi as well. To collaborate, especially gospel musicians.
Gospel musicians.
Collaborate.
I want you to shed more light.
Yeah.
I think and Timamba Ganzo, just because we are serving God,
Yeah.
God is all we need.
That's right.
How do you expound? God is all you need, but at the same time, He has entrusted what you need in people.
Yes. Oh,
No. I wanted you now from your experience, right?
Yes.
People have that,
Yes.
the humility to work with people.
Yes.
How has that been?
I mean, no man is an island, right? There's a reason why we've been placed here with people,
Yeah.
surrounded by people of different kinds, of different skills, talents, and giftings. There's a reason why. I always say this to say, as gospel musicians, we want to come out as the stars. You want to practice humility. We want to come out as the stars. We want to come out as pioneers of Chintuchina.
Yeah.
Yes, good and well, but you can never do that if you don't collaborate.
Yeah.
You still need people. So for me, in my experience, I've experienced so much love and grace.
Yeah.
And when I do my inner worship experience, I'm talking about Zathu. I mean, Malawi.
Yes.
And we say, yes, it's in Malawi. And you're able to ask all these questions because it looks like Project Inagia Gunja.
Yeah.
Why? Because my LED screens, I made my kids and children, I'm going to go.
Covered.
My microphone, I made my kids and children, I'm going to go. Stage, venues, majoka kwa awa. Decoration kwa awa. You know, work with people. Work with people. Work with people, madam.
That's really beautiful.
Yes,
Because
even I'll tell you this. There's collaboration even in song. Even in song, you can sing with someone else.
Yeah.
And it will be a powerful song.
Now that you've said that, I've heard you are also a ghostwriter.
Ghostwriter.
Yeah.
Yes. By the grace of God.
Yes.
It's almost songwriting.
Yes.
Some people get to come and say, can you write a song about this? I have a passion of this, and I want to do a song.
Yeah.
Come on, I want your pen.
Yeah.
So that's when I come in to say, okay, no problem.
Let's write.
Yeah. You can do things like that with people. It's okay.
We're going to towards the end of the conversation. I want to come to you now. You are still chasing a calling, but you have also learned the importance of networking with people. A lot of us for mostly, majorly two things: pride of the heart,
Yeah.
or else lust of the flesh. How have you handled? You are still pursuing calling. It's still bringing financing. You can scale what you're doing, but at the same time, you take care of yourself as a person.
Right.
The monetary side of it.
Well, I'll tell you this. Money is important. It's important, especially in the ministry. Because that's what finances your next Minera worship experience.
Yes.
Your next tour as an artist. So for me, I'm a person who knows, okay, I have the gift and it can bring me money, but I also have hands. Without the music, I can use my hands to do something and be able to bring money. I'll tell you this, I'm a lawn care worker.
Really?
Yeah, I've got a company and we do lawn care work, landscaping.
Yes.
Like that. Yes. Because I know that's going to put food on my table, that's going to sustain my family.
Yeah.
And that's going to also finance my next rehearsal for my team.
Yeah.
That's going to finance my next project. That's going to finance my next studio session.
Yeah.
You know, so I need to be able to run, need to be able to push and make sure that I make money. So by the grace of God, some people bless us as well.
Yeah.
When we go to minister in their spaces,
Yeah.
they bless us with money, bless us with different things, and we're able to sustain and move forward.
Beautiful. June 13.
Yes, sir.
What's up with June 13?
June 13 is a second edition of my Narrow Worship Experience.
Mm-hmm.
This time it's coming out bigger and better.
Yes.
It's going to be at BICC Amphitheater, Babwalo.
That's big.
Oh, yeah.
What are you targeting?
So basically, we are hosting another worship experience,
Yeah.
and we're inviting all age groups to come and experience God
Yeah.
through song. God has given us songs that we want to minister,
Yeah.
and we know that it's going to be powerful and there's going to be a mighty move of God. We're not doing it alone. We are collaborating.
Yes.
We are collaborating with our own Sam Jura from Malawi, who will be with us.
Yeah.
Sam Maliza is going to be there.
Yes.
Gabriel
Wow.
Cementi.
Yes.
Shireen from Blantyre.
Yes.
She's flying in. Who else? We have Minister Florence Hiwa, Minister Chisomo.
Yes.
Chimoto Msumba. She's going to be there. And this event is going to be big. We have internationals that are collaborating with us. Once More Six, all the way from South Africa.
Really?
Yes. Actually, today I'm supposed to go and pick up our musician, Lindo Bushle Moloi from South Africa.
Yes.
He'll be playing piano for our project. So
Wow.
after Baba Nduyana and Ambendu Wednesday,
Muganteng.
yes, he's going to be producing some of the songs on the album.
Yes.
So Pastor Washi from Zambia is coming in.
All the way from Zambia.
Malanga is coming in from Zambia.
Yes.
It's gonna be powerful, and I don't think you should miss it. Even you should come in.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there, and that's a thing because you've said it's a worship experience. Really, I want to go and also have conversations with people after that.
Yeah.
How was that experience with you? And at the same time, I always believe we are not a random accident. We are too organized to be an accident. How many people are you targeting?
Last time we had north of 2,800 going up. We're not not going to 3,000.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah.
those are the numbers we're looking at. Right now, I'm expecting to have a lot more people.
Yes.
It's getting exciting. And
Okay.
I just can't wait to worship with people.
I think before I give you final words about it, how have you dealt with the stereotype that people feel like gospel shows are not supposed to be funded by organization? People feel like gospel shows, I think we can fund secular music, but I think also even in the secular community, Amanina Woody, there are other people they cannot, maybe because of profanity and whatever it is. But I think there is that stigma, Kuti, no gospel. I've heard, I think Mr. Gray, he said Kuri, he was about to win a certain gig, but he Anabangiro turned down because in our gospel. Have you ever come across that when you are pursuing not working?
All the time. Even this time around.
Yeah. Because you're a gospel artist.
Because I'm a gospel artist and because I'm a worship minister. It's just the reality out there. The corporate world does not support religious events as much, which is very sad because we are artists as well.
Yeah.
And we are, I would say, to be regarded as an artist, not just a worship minister, but they don't see that aspect.
Yeah.
They see what we're singing about. You get a lot of places where they tell you that Jesus worship giant.
Whoa.
That you get a lot of money out of that. You know. We've knocked on a lot of doors, different banks, but they tend to turn us down because they don't support religious events. That's the sad thing about being a gospel musician in Malawi.
In Malawi.
Other countries, they do it. Other countries, you have banks supporting gospel musicians.
Yeah.
Benjamin Dube.
Yeah.
All these other people, they're supported by banks. They're supported by other organizations that are corporate.
Yeah.
But I guess it's Malawi.
It's Malawi. Yeah. So how would you now make an emphasis? Because I've realized that we cannot convince them maybe to come to us. How can us as a Christian community we learn now how also, because I believe also I think Anwambida made my kind of Christian community member, you're just doing it for God. It doesn't have a standard. It's supposed to be free. How?
I'll tell you this, man. I'll just urge the church to rise up in Malawi. Yeah. If you're a church and you're listening to me, I would urge you to rise up and support your own. Because what we do requires a lot of funding, requires a lot of support. And we're not supported by many in this country. And you are our biggest support as the church. And so I would urge you to stand up. My budget for my Nero worship experience this year, I'll tell you on air.
Yeah.
It's 125 million kwacha. And you can't get it from a bank if you are a gospel musician. You can't get it from any corporate
Organization
if you are a Christian or a gospel musician.
Yeah.
Sad thing is that some of the big people in these spaces are Christians.
The CEOs, the
Yes,
what?
they're Christians, but that's what it is. We're not supported.
Yeah.
We are not supported. Yeah.
I think, but when we talk about it in that, people can be able to see it in that aspect, to know there is the financing side of it. And I believe also the audience that is coming at your events, they're not just Christians. They are CEOs somewhere else. That's also their next gig.
Right.
Just like that I can tell you, Paul, we have an event, come. Also, they can network in such spaces.
That's right. That's right.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
All right. Coming to an end.
Yeah.
What can be your words?
Yeah.
From you, Paul. What can be your words?
Man, I'll tell you, I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
excited for what God is about to do this year.
Yeah.
I remember I was speaking to my big brother Sam,
Yeah.
and I said, bro, I think this year we have to be in people's faces. I want to do a lot of things this year. I want to meet a lot of people this year. I want to do a lot of concerts, worship experiences this year in different places, not just Lilongwe. I know my Blantyre people and
Yeah.
Zuzu people, they're complaining in the comment sections. But we have so many things planned for this year. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see God work that through.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I'm excited. I'm inviting you all to come to my Nero worship experience. It's going to be big. A lot of things are happening. And I also want to thank the people that are supporting us.
Yeah.
There are different people that are coming in and supporting us. Some people are saying, hey, nditenga my air ticket hour.
Yeah.
Nditenga chakuti.
Yes, yes,
And I'll support you guys with this. I want to say thank you to Lab20.
Yeah.
Lab20 came in to support us.
Yeah.
And they said we're going to be your partner this year,
Wow.
which is something we're so grateful for. So much love that we don't get like that.
Yeah.
So I want to say thank you so much to our partners, our sponsors. May the Lord truly bless you and keep you. In Jesus' name.
Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know Tikapita Kumaenero experience. Where you see the Lab20 flag, I will be there. Please come there so that we can have such conversations and we can network. I can be your next gig. You can be the next gig for Lab20. It's a beautiful networking experience. I think us from Lab20 would say we love what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
And to us, it's not just about gospel music. What you get to see an impact. And somehow we are seeing a history being unfolded right in our presence. People would come late and say, there was Paul Kachala. To us, we want to be part and parcel of that legacy. We hear about Kenneth E. Hagin. We hear about all these great men. But there were men and women that were there in that time. So as Lab20, as myself, I would say, man, we pray that you grow bigger. And whatever people are afraid you're going to become 100 times better in that space. So we are blessed to be part and parcel of this year. And we look forward to that. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the phenomenon. I love what he does. And as you're saying, Kuti, Lab20, we are also part and parcel of the Mainela experience this year. That means we believe in that. So if you are in this community, please, on the 13th of June, let's see you in BICC. And remember, you can, it's affordable. Let's go and meet and experience and just have a beautiful, amazing in the presence of God. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was a beautiful conversation with Paul Kachala, and we are looking forward to see you at BICC so that we worship, we have the experience, and at the same time, he says we network in the Christian community because we can take care of our own. And in these spaces, you are our own, I am your own, he is your own. So until next time, I've been your host, Wishes Gomaningozo, and the amazing guest, Paul Kachala. Thank you for coming, my brother.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
Like, share, subscribe.
Yes.
1, 2,